Beyond the Map's Edge, a treasure hunt by Justin Posey. Life begins where routine ends. Life's greatest stories await those who venture beyond their normal routine. Adventures aren't lost letters you wait for at home, they're unwritten chapters only you can write. A 60-pound treasure awaits discovery, filled to the brim with precious metals, gemstones, historical artifacts, and more. Go find it, I dare you. That's the quote directly from Justin Posey's webpage. To understand the concept of this treasure hunt, we have no choice but to try and understand the author, Justin Posey. Like, what was his motivation to put on this treasure hunt? What is the message he hopes to achieve? Is there a theme to his methods and structure of the poem? Does he have a personal reason behind what he is trying to accomplish? Does he give us searchers hope for the future? The questions can go on and on if you keep thinking about why. Many of your channel viewers and searchers have a lot of questions that maybe you, Ross, can comment on some of them, so let's look at what we know for sure and talk about some of these known facts. First, the puzzle can be solved or mostly solved at home with a little research.
Well, that is true. I was able to understand and solve the poem 2 weeks after he published his book, or at least I thought so then and still do 100%.
So how could you do that in such a short time?
Justin is not Forrest Fenn. Forrest created his treasure hunt and published his books based off of his life experiences, his passion for fishing, and also stories from the time he was in the Air Force and his collections of native artifacts. How many years did Forrest have before he went public with his plan? All of his stories and the news articles, his scrapbooks, and also there were so many blogs for the searchers to follow that a lot of the information led many of us down rabbit holes trying to keep up with the overwhelming information overload. With Justin, it's not the same, at least not yet. The thrill of the chase went on for 10 years, time for the stories to accumulate, but the Map's Edge has just started, and yeah, more and more stories of Justin's past are coming out to the public, but it will take a while before it gets quite as big. So I just of his poem in a different way.
2. You can drive to within 1 mile of where the treasure is located.
Again, that is true. I have a Google driving map that would take you right to the treasure spot, ready and waiting.
3. The description of the treasure and the weight you will have to carry for 1 mile is listed on his website and partially on this video here.
Yes, Justin has listed everything in his treasure box. And don't forget there is also a Bitcoin portion of the treasure that's worth around $10,000 right now, and that will get bigger in time. Also, he's a tech guy, so it wouldn't surprise me if there was a tracking device included somehow.
In the Netflix documentary, there were a few clues sprinkled throughout the video.
If you watch the documentary, there was the combination lock that focused on specific numbers that could resemble a GPS location, or could also have other interpretations, and then there were images of the clock showing different times. There could be more clues in the documentary, but I never watched the video, so your guess is as good as mine.
So, how did you interpret those first few clues from the video?
By watching the blogs, and I tried not to read too much into the obvious clues, and kept my thoughts at a basic level, more because I am aware of the rabbit holes we can create for ourselves. A combination lock, and the opposite of that is a lock with a key. The clock with different times is the same as saying the past and present times. Simplicity is probably my best answer for these obvious clues.
Justin has stated that he was inspired to create this hunt after participating as a searcher in Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt. The thrill of the chase. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, we are all inspired by Forrest Fenn, weren't we? He was our hero and had an unbelievable life story that we all admired. But was Justin inspired by Forrest? Or was he inspired by the thrill of the chase? Many of us searchers that spent years chasing that hunt were not happy with the ending. That's not breaking news. So the question is, was Justin happy with the ending, or did he want to make it better somehow? There are many similarities between the two hunts that I won't mention right now.
I'm not sure what you mean or what you're trying to say here. Can you expand on that thought?
Sure, Justin Posey is an engineer, and yes, he likes adventures and treasure hunting, and probably has a lot more interests, but more as a hobby, not as a lifestyle. He is precise and exact in his calculations. My thoughts at the time while I was thinking about his poem was that maybe he means something more like a statement, or maybe he was expressing more of his personal thoughts or desires for the past and possibly the future for all of us as searchers. I could be wrong, but I think there is a message here and we won't know until the end.
The featured item for this hunt is Forrest Fenn's dragon bracelet, as seen in the picture of this treasure hunt. Any thoughts?
That's the big prize, isn't it? Did you know that Forrest Fenn traded a big expensive diamond ring and a shoebox full of cash for that bracelet? It wasn't one of the items that went up for auction at heritage auctions when things were sold off after Forrest's hunt, and I'm not sure what it is worth on the open market or how Justin got it from Jack, the finder of that hunt. But it does make you wonder, doesn't it?
I would like to thank you for providing some of the answers to our questions about this treasure hunt. You have said you know where the treasure is. Any idea when it will be retrieved, or last comments?
All I can say at this moment is stay tuned. I'm a patient person and I believe in paying it forward and good karma, so it is in God's hands and my partner from here on. Take care for now. See you soon.